Am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Program to draw basic graphics objects. Then practical significance. Computer graphics provides different graphics functions to draw various graphics objects. By using these basic graphics functions, students will be able to construct pixel, line, circle, rectangle, and ellipse and learn the graphics coordinate system to plot the object. Then what is relevant program outcomes or POs? Basic knowledge, that is apply knowledge to basic mathematics, science and basic engineering to solve the broad-based computer engineering related problems. Then discipline knowledge, apply computer programming knowledge to solve broad-based computer engineering related problems. Then experiments and practice, plan to perform experiments and practice to use the results to solve broad-based computer engineering related problems. Then engineering tools, apply relevant programming technologies and tools with an understanding of the limitations, and communication is communicate effectively in oral and written form. So these are the basic POs of this experiment. Then what you have to learn in this, first is write syntax for graphics function, then write and save simple C program, set up graphics drivers, graphics mode and a directory to run graphics program, then compile the C program using Turbo C, then debug and execute the program. Now, what are the POs? Write program to draw following graphics object using built-in C function. Now, which object you have to learn? Pixel, line, circle, rectangle, and ellipse. Now, we will see what minimum theoretical background is required to perform this experiment. First is outcome primitives. The primitives are simple geometric functions that are used to generate various computer graphics objects required by the user. The most basic output primitives are point position, that is pixel, a straight, a circle, rectangle, and ellipse. Now first we will see what are the computer graphics mode. So there are two types of graphic modes. First is text mode and second is graphics mode. So in text mode, screen is divided into characters, and in graphics mode, screen is divided into pixels. Now computer screen is formed of small pixels. How the screen of the computer or the whatever you see on the monitor, how it is formed? With the help of pixels. The screen is formed with the help of pixels. Now there are two computer graphics mode. First is text mode and second is graphics mode. So as we have seen, in text mode, screen is divided into characters, and in graphics mode, screen is divided into pixels. Am I audible to all? Am I audible? आवाज येतोय का माझा?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
In text mode, screen is divided into character positions. Screen is mapped as number of rows and columns. Now, what happens in text mode? Screen is divided into character positions. Screen is mapped as number of rows and columns. So, how the character is formed on the screen? With the help of rows and columns. So horizontal are rows and vertical are columns. Okay. Now there are text mode functions. So first text mode function we will see putch. Now this is built-in C function. What happens when we include putch function? Displays single character as cursor position. So wherever your cursor is there, it will display the character at that cursor position with the help of putch function. Okay. Then again, one built-in function you know, that is getch. Okay. What is the use of getch? it displays the output on the screen, isn't it? You have included get.ch function in almost every program. Have you included get.ch function in C program or not?
Yes, ma'am.
So the use of get.ch function is it will display the character at that position, and the use of put.ch function is display the single character at cursor position. Then the next function is CLR SCR, clears entire screen. So you know this is again the built-in function in C. The use of SCR function is to clear the screen. That is, after you execute the program, the output is displayed on the screen. So whenever you execute the program next time, the previous output should get clear or it should get erased. So with the help of CLR SCR function, the previous output of the program gets erased. Okay. Then go to XY. Positions cursor to specifies location on the screen. So XY is the coordinate. Now when you say go to XY, the cursor will go to that position. The cursor will be fixed at that position. Then text color, apply text to the color. That means this function is used to apply the color to the text. Then graphics mode. Screen is divided into pixels. While working in C programming language, default output mode is text mode. To draw graphics object on screen, display mode must be changed from text mode to graphics mode. To change from text mode to graphics mode, use functions below. So what function we have used to change the mode from text mode to graphics mode? Initgraph function. Okay. So what they have said, the default mode in C programming language is text mode. So while performing the CGR or CGR practical, or while performing the practical for drawing the object on the screen, what you have to do? You have to switch from text mode to graphics mode. So how you are going to switch from text mode to graphics mode? You are going to include initgraph function in your program. Now what is the syntax for initgraph function? Void initgraph, then opening round bracket, then integer pointer graph driver, comma, integer graph mode, comma, character pointer path to driver. Now we will see how to write initgraph function. You just remember the use of initgraph function. What is the use of initgraph function? To switch from text mode to graphics mode, we have to write initgraph function. Okay. Then some of the basic graphic mode functions are, first, now you know whenever you write C program, the first statement you write is #include stdio.h, isn't it? Now while performing the graphics practical or while drawing the object on the screen, what you have to do? First you have to include #include graphics.h. One header file you always include in your program is stdio.h. Now here again one header file graphics.h you have to include while performing the practical of computer graphics. So how to include that file? #include graphics.h. The header file must be included for every graphic program. Then see, up till now two functions we have seen. One function we have seen, that is initgraph function, and what we have seen, that we have to include graphics.h header file in our program. So void initgraph. Now what is the use of initgraph function again? This function is used to change from text mode to graphics mode. The graphics driver and graphics mode are the parameter to this function. Detect graph function is used to find out graphics driver and graphics mode. So again, the graphics driver, that is how it is written. Graphics driver is written as GD and graphics mode is written as GM. Then again one more function is there, detect graph. This function is used to find out graphics driver and graphics mode. Then again, second function is close graph. So how close graph function is written? Void close graph. Now this function is used to close the graphics mode. So see, by default the mode is text mode. Then to perform the graphics practical, we have to change the mode from text mode to graphics mode. So how we change the mode? By using init graph function. Now if you want to close this graphics mode, which function we are going to use? Close graph function. So by using close graph function, closes the graphics mode, deallocates all memory allocated by graphics system, and restores the screen to text mode. So again, when you write close graph function, the graphics mode will be closed and screen will again go to text mode. Then next is put pixel function. Now, how to draw the pixel on screen? So there is one built-in function, put pixel. With the help of put pixel function, we are going to draw the pixel on the screen. So this function has three parameters. First is integer x, then integer y, and color. So put pixel function is used to draw pixel at the given position, x, y with given color. So what is the x and y parameter in this function? X is the x coordinate of the screen and y is the y coordinate of the screen. And color is which color you want the pixel to be displayed. So x, y coordinate means x position, that is horizontal, and y coordinate means the position of the pixel, vertical. Okay. You know x-axis, y-axis, how x are drawn on the paper. In the same way, it is on the computer screen. So how to draw the pixel? You have to provide xy coordinates and the color. Then how to draw the line? So line function has four parameters: integer x1, integer y1, integer x2, integer y2. Okay. Then again x and y are the coordinates. So integer x, see how the starting coordinates of line are: integer x1, integer y1. That means the starting position of x, the line x1, y1 means what? The starting point of line, and x2, y2 means what? The ending point of line. Okay. So x1, y1 is starting of line and x2, y2 is ending of line. So line function is used to draw the line from point x1, y1 at point to the point x2, y2. So ending point. Okay. Then circle. Circle again has three parameters of type integer. So circle function is used to draw circle with center. Now here three parameters are there: x, y, and radius. So x and y are the coordinates with center coordinates, and radius is the radius of circle. So circle function is used to draw a circle with center, that is xy. Xy are the center coordinates of circle, and radius is the radius of circle. Then a rectangle. How to draw rectangle? Integer left, integer top. So rectangle function has four parameters and the four integer parameters. So what is first two parameters? Integer left, integer top. That means x and y coordinate. Integer left means what? The starting point from on x-axis. Integer top means what? The starting point from y-axis. And integer right means what? The ending point on x-axis. And integer bottom means what? The ending point on y-axis. In this way, you have to provide starting and ending coordinates. Now, how the coordinates are? Left, integer left, and integer top. And how the ending coordinates are? Integer right and integer bottom. So in this way, you have to provide the coordinates. First coordinates are from left and top, and the last two coordinates are from right and bottom. So in this way, this rectangle will be formed. Rectangle function is used to draw rectangle. Coordinates of left, top, and right bottom corner are required to draw the rectangle. Then, so understood how to draw the rectangle? Have you understood the coordinates of rectangle?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then next is we are going to draw the ellipse. So how ellipse is drawn? Integer x, integer y, then start angle, end angle, integer x radius and integer y radius. So ellipse function is used to draw ellipse with center, that is xy, that is xy are the center coordinates of the ellipse. Then start angle and end angle and radius of x and y axis. So in this way, the coordinates of ellipse are given. How many parameters ellipse have? 6 parameters. Ellipse function have 6 parameters. The first is integer x, integer y. That means the starting point or the center point of ellipse. Then start angle and end angle are the angles of ellipse, and x radius and y radius is the radius of x and y axis. Then outtext function is there. Outtext xy, integer x, integer y, and x. Now suppose you draw a circle on the monitor and you have to give some text. That is, if you draw the circle, you have to write text as circle. So how you will do this? With the help of outtext xy function. So outtext xy function is used to insert text at the given position xy. So at the given position xy, the text will be displayed. Okay. Now have you all understood this? See, now in first experiment, you have to draw these objects on the screen. First is you have to draw the pixel, then you have to draw the line, then you have to draw the circle, then rectangle and ellipse. Also, you have to write the algorithm for this program and you have to draw the flowchart. Then there are practical related questions. You have to solve all these questions in the manual. Then see, for practice or exercise, we have to draw this type of objects on the screen. So how this is very simple. See, 2 rectangles they have drawn, then again third rectangle is drawn, and these 2 are connected with the lines. Okay, so this is very simple. Then again figure B is you have to draw one rectangle and you have to draw one circle, but the radius of the circle should touch the rectangle. So by giving the proper x and y position of the object, you have to draw this object. Then again you have to write the code for drawing these objects. Okay. So this is all you are going to perform in practical number 1. So we will see the C program for drawing these objects on the screen. Okay, I will share the screen to you. Okay. Now, first first statement is hash include stdio.h, then hash include graphics.h, then hash include conio.h, and hash include dance.h. These four files you have to include in the C program. Then void main opening curly bracket means start of C program. Then integer GD is graphics driver and graphics mode. These two things we have to include. So what is the syntax for writing this statement? Integer GD is equal to dtext in capital, comma, GN, graphics driver and graphics mode. Now, why we have declared this string? We have to use this GD and GN in init graph function. So, as we have seen, what is the use of init graph function? To change the mode from text to graphics mode. So, we are going to include init graph function. So, how to write init graph function? Init graph, opening curly bracket, opening round bracket, then ampersand GD, comma, ampersand GM. Then again, you have to give comma and you have to give the path of turbo C3 BGI file, BGI directory. See, you have to give the path of BGI directory. So I have given the path of BGI directory as turbo C. On this PC, turbo C is installed on C driver. So C drive, colon / turbo C3, and in turbo C3 directory, BGI directory is there. So how I will write? C colon / turbo C3 / BGI. That is to give the path of BGI directory. So in this way, init graph function is written. Then we have to draw the pixel on screen. So which function I will use? Put pixel function. Into bracket, I have written 50-50. That means x and y coordinate of put pixel function. Where the pixel will appear from x-axis 50 and from y-axis 50. So the distance from x-axis is 50 and the distance from y-axis is 50. And in what color I want that pixel? In red color. So I have written the color as red. So at 50-50 position or at 50-50 coordinates, a pixel will be drawn in red color. Okay. Then again we have seen outText xy. Now what is the use of this outText xy function? After drawing the pixel, it will display the text pixel here. So at what coordinate I want the text pixel to be displayed? At 55-55 position. So from x-axis 55 and from y-axis 55. So at 55-55 coordinates, pixel text will be displayed. So first of all, we will comment all the other statements and we will run this much only. So I will compile the program by pressing Alt F9. Then again I will save the program by pressing H2. Okay, my program is compiled. Now I'm going to run the program. So here, the pixel may not be visible to you. See here at this position, one pixel is displayed in the red color. Where the text pixel is displayed, just slightly above the text pixel, one pixel is displayed in red color. Is it visible to you? Is that pixel visible to you?
No, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. As it is very small in size, it may not be visible to you. But when you will execute the program on your computer, just notice the pixel, it is very small in size. Okay. So have you understood the use of outText xy function? Why outText xy function is used? Display the text pixel, P-I-E-L. Is this word visible to you? Can you see the word
Yes, ma'am.
pixel on the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So how this word is displayed on the screen? With the help of outtext xy function. Okay. By putPixel function, we have drawn the pixel in red color on the screen, and by outtext xy function, we have displayed the word pixel on the screen. So in this way, pixel is drawn on the screen. Okay. Then next, we are going to draw the line. So how the line is drawn? We have given four parameters, 170. That means from x-axis 100, from y-axis 70. This is the starting point of the line, and from x-axis 200 and from y-axis 100. These are the ending point of line. So how the line will be displayed? See, starting and ending coordinates of the line, and with the help of outtext function, the text line is displayed. Now, if I want to make this line as horizontal, what changes I will have in my code? Now you have seen how this line is plotted on the screen. Now I want to make that line horizontal. So what changes I will make? I want to draw the horizontal line. Then what changes I will make? Hundred 70. This is the starting point. 170. This is the starting point. Then I will increase the line as 500, and if I will keep y-axis constant as 70. Again, by pressing F2, I will save the program. Again, I will compile the program and I will run the program. See, this is horizontal line. Okay. So if I want to make the line as horizontal, what changes I will make? I will keep y coordinates constant, and I will only change the x coordinate. So 170 are, you just try to plot on the paper. You draw one rectangle, that is, you draw the shape of monitor and just plot the x and y coordinates of line. So 170 are the starting point of line and 570 are the ending points of line. So I have increased x coordinates, but I have kept y coordinates constant. So the line becomes horizontal line. Now, if I want to make this line as vertical line, what changes I am going to make? Now, if I want to draw this line as a vertical line, what changes I will make? See, the line has become vertical line. So what changes I am going to do to plot the line vertical? I will keep x coordinates constant. So 170 are the starting point of the line and 100 and 120 are the ending point of the line. So x coordinate I will keep constant. So starting will be 170 and ending will be 100 and 120. So that means only y coordinate is going to change and x coordinate will remain constant. So in this way, vertical line will get plotted on the screen. Okay? Have you understood? Then next we are going to plot the circle on the screen. So circle has three parameters. First is 230, 50 and 50. So what are the first two parameters of circle? Center coordinate and radius. So 230, 50 are the center coordinates and 50 again is the radius of circle. So in this way, circle is drawn on the screen. Okay. Then next we are going to draw a rectangle. So how to plot a rectangle on the screen? We are going to use the function a rectangle. So it has four parameters. 340 is the x and top coordinate, x coordinate and top coordinate of rectangle, and 400 and 100 are the y and bottom coordinates of the rectangle. Okay. So in this way, rectangle is displayed on the screen. Why it is showing pixel? Here the text should be rectangle. Okay. In this way, a rectangle is drawn on the screen. Then again, we are going to draw the ellipse. So how to draw ellipse on the screen? Ellipse has 6 parameters. Then the center coordinate, then the angle x angle, y angle, and xy coordinates. So in this way, ellipse is drawn on the screen. So what you will do, you will make some changes in the coordinates.